This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
You're with Radio Sri Lanka, the news. Edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by Lavani Vijayatunga. First, we take a look at the headlines. The National People's Power leads so far in the 2024 parliamentary elections, winning in both North and the South and claiming all postal votes in the districts. The police say the demonstrations have been banned for a week from today. Today marks the ill full moon Poya Day. 5,120 Sri Lankans have secured employment opportunities in South Korea this year. In news overseas, Delhi shuts all primary schools as hazardous smogs worsen. And in sports news, Wanidhu Hasaranga moved up to the second place of the ICC T20I bowlers list. Those are the headlines, and now let's move on to the details of the local news. The National People's Power is currently leading the 2024 Sri Lankan parliamentary elections, having made significant gains across the country. As of now, results of 85 electoral divisions have been released, with the NPP controlling 78 of these. The party has received 3.686 million votes, representing 62% of the total vote share, and thus securing 33 parliamentary seats. The Samagi Janabalawege has garnered 1.195 million votes, which accounts for 18.8%, winning 7 seats. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna has received 95,452 votes, which is 3.3%, and has won 2 seats. The New Democratic Front has also won 1 seat with 995,452 votes, which is a 3.3% vote share. The postal vote results have now been fully released. The NPP has emerged victorious in 21 of the country's electoral district, while Batikalo, the Ilange Thamalarasu Katchi, leads the postal vote count. You're with the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, and we continue with more local news. In the Jaffna Kites electoral division, the Elam People's Democratic Party emerged victorious. The Ilange Thamalarasu Katchi won the Kilinochi, Vavuniya, Mullaitivu and Point Pedro divisions, while the Samagi Janabalawege claimed the victorious in the Trincomalee and Muttur areas. Sri Lanka Parliament consists of 225 seats, with 196 members elected through the direct voting and 29 appointed via the national list. And still and more local news, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Nihal Talduwa, announced 1 week of ban for victory processions following the election results, including both foot and vehicle processions. Special security measures will be in place during the post-election period. The Elections Commission Chairman RMAL Ratnayaka urged the public to avoid group gatherings and act peacefully. Security forces will have the full authority to enforce the law during this time. Today is the ill full moon Poya Day, which commemorates the joyful listening of the Bodhisattva Maitri to the profound Dhamma discourse between Lord Buddha and the Sariputra Maha Arahat. It also marks the end of the Chivara season and the last day for Katina robe offerings. The Puja Saddham Vandana Poya program of the Sinhala National Service will be broadcast this time from the International Buddhist Center for Mindfulness Development and Research in Kalania. And now let's move on to the main news story.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
The main news story for this morning, Sri Lanka Bureau for Foreign Employment says that 5,120 Sri Lankans have secured employment opportunities in South Korea this year. 4,384 went for jobs related to the manufacturing sectors, while 721 jobs are secured in the fisheries sector. The Bureau states that 14 people have left for the construction sector. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Go ekak thiyana youth ekata life ekේ change ekata niyamata set wenna as wahagena dakapu geeta habe karanna youth ekata niyamata set wenna friendship එක menna.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB I Am, a plan for your dream.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
In business news, Blue Diamond Jewelry Worldwide PLC said its online marketplace will offer digital certification services at $5 a gem and private keys with every gemstone listed. The company launched 4jewelry.com to directly reach consumers worldwide.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go එකක් තියන youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
In world news, the headlines: Delhi shuts primary schools as hazardous smog worsens. All primary schools in Delhi will close due to worsening of air pollution, the officials have announced. Delhi Chief Minister Ashti Maharela Singh said classes will move online until further notice due to a thick smog that has enveloped the city. Delhi and nearby cities are experiencing pollution levels that are deemed hazardous to people's health. From the world news, let's move on to sports news. In the ICC Men's T20I rankings, Vanidhu Hasaranga moved up 4 slots to the second place in the bowlers list with 696 points after his superb 4 for 17 in the second T20 against New Zealand in Dabula. Hasaranga's teammates Matisha Patirana and paceman Tushara have also reached career-best rankings with tallies of 556 points and 506 points respectively. And finally, on to the economic news. Sri Lanka's rupee opened stronger at 292.15 to the US dollar on Thursday from 292.2 to the US dollar on Wednesday. And the dealer said market is very quiet due to the elections. And before we conclude the news bulletin, let's get back to the headlines once again. The National People's Power leads so far in the 2024 parliamentary elections, winning in both North and South and claiming postal votes in all districts. The police say that demonstrations have been banned for a week from today. Today marks the ill full moon Poya Day. 5,120 Sri Lankans have secured job employment in South Korea this year. In news overseas, Delhi shuts all primary schools as hazardous smog worsens. And finally, on sports news, Vanidhu Hasaranga moved up to the second place of the ICC T20I bowlers list. And with that, we conclude this bulletin of news. And now it's back to the elections transmission.